What is going on? What's going on, everybody? Our free train's gonna be starting here shortly. So if y'all would just sit tight, we start in 2 minutes. So just letting everybody get in here. I always want to know where y'all are watching this from. So put in the comment section. I want to know where you're watching this from. What city, what state, what country you in. I'm currently in Salvador, Brazil. So y'all watching me from Salvador. I'm an hour ahead of y'all, so it's almost 9 o'clock my time. Again, as y'all get in here, let me know where y'all watching this from. Just comment, state, city, and state if you want to. We got a lot of great things to talk about. So I'm really hoping that hope y'all get something from this tonight. Info products is something that's been near and dear to me for the last 5 years, and I'll finally get to talk about it. It's something that I have not spoken about publicly. West Coast, what's up, man? Jay Greedo, what's up, man? How you doing? So it's probably what, 5 o'clock? Is it 5 o'clock your time? 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. something like that. Yeah, info products, building an info product business is something that I never really got to talk about in public because I was selling something, right? I was selling something day in and day out, so I couldn't just be like, hey, I'm also making X amount of dollars a month off of this. So it was a fine line. I wanted to keep teaching in my niche for as long as I could because I wanted to, impact people in that way. But, 5 years I think is plenty of time staying in one niche, and I want to share with other people how to go about doing that. Right. And so tonight's class is going to be about that. Um, we are, it's 8 o'clock now Eastern time. So just a couple things, y'all. As y'all got questions, comments, or concerns, write in the comment section. I'm here to give y'all some free training to help y'all wrap y'all's mind around the opportunities that we have in the info product space, right? And what I mean by info products, by the way, just so we can get a little bit clear on that, because I think that might be a bit intimidating for some people. What I mean when I say info product is anything that you're selling online, right? That's your knowledge, right? So if there is an ebook you want to put out, a set of PDFs you want to put out, a video seminar, right? PDF course, something that might involve all of those things, mentorship, coaching, all those things are inside of info products, right? And how we create them, market them, and sell them, there's a systematic approach that we can take to those things. And that's what I want to help y'all wrap y'all's mind around tonight. Okay, so as I'm talking, whatever questions y'all got about anything, feel free to pop in and say, hey, Stephen, what do you mean by that? Can you go a little bit further on that one? Can you explain that a little bit better for me? All right, because one, I want you to know that you have an opportunity there. If you are somebody who has solved a problem in your life, solved a problem in your career that other people are looking to solve as well, then you are eligible to make an info product. Okay. If you're in a situation where like, hey, I've been in this career for 10 years, 15 years, hey, I started this business, hey, I have this skill that I've learned that people ask me about all the time, you're the type of person who needs to make an info product, right? And so I want to help y'all wrap y'all's mind around one, what it is, and then where do we go from there? All right, now I know what info product is. Now what's next? Okay. So I'm gonna give everybody, it's 8:02. I'm gonna give everybody 3 more minutes to get in here. As y'all are coming in, I want to know where y'all are watching this from. Please pop in here. Let me know. Comment where you're watching this from. Again, I am watching this from. I'm watching it. No, I'm creating this. I'm recording this from Salvador, Bahia, Brazil. It's what, 9:02 my time. I'm originally from Alabama. For those of y'all who do not know me, it might be your first time hearing about me or learning about me. You might have just seen an email or a link, or you might have saw a YouTube video, Instagram or Twitter, something like that. But what I have strived to do over the last 5 years is I focused on teaching people about the insurance business, because at that time I saw a big need for people to get jobs, right? And by doing that, I created a community, over 8,000 students, and that led me to being in the top 200 Gumroad creators. Gumroad is an information product platform. So out of over 21,000 people, I was in the top 200 creators there, and made over $500,000 online from my cell phone and from this laptop right here. And I want to teach you how to do the same thing. I want to teach you how to build communities out. I want to teach you how to, you know, build out email lists. I want to teach you how to market without having to spend a whole bunch of money on ads. I want to teach you how to market without having to have, you know, 40 employees, right? Or spending a bunch of money on ad agencies. Because Lord knows I don't have to do it. It was too much money. I learned how to do it myself, right? So we got a couple more minutes. Then we're going to go ahead and get into the main meat and potatoes of tonight's call, right? And by the way, y'all don't have to wait. If you got questions right now, feel free to ask some questions, okay? Feel free to go ahead and get it off your chest. Okay, any questions you got before I start talking? We got a couple minutes. I'm always happy to kind of go over some things with you. Jay Greedo, so tell me, man, what got you interested in this? What made you want to watch this this live? Or anybody else for that matter is on here. What got you interested in this? Is it like, hey, I know I can do something as well. I had an idea about something. I want to know so I can help you on this one. All right. Let Jay Greedo answer. All right, y'all. We got another minute to wait on this. One second, y'all. Let me grab my cell phone real quick. Well, I don't need my cell phone. We're good. We are good where we at. I don't have it near me. No, I do need it. One second. I'll grab my cell phone. There we go. I got it. Got my phone. All right, perfect. All right. So, when in doubt, let's go ahead and get y'all cranked up. Okay. We are now live. I'm gonna go ahead and post this on my Twitter account as well, so we can get as many people as we can in here, so they can learn some stuff. All right. Where would it be at? Listen, on Safari. Welcome, y'all. Been waiting a couple minutes to let everybody get in here. As you get in, let me know where y'all are watching this from. I always like to see kind of where my videos go, where my content goes to, who's watching it, and I would love to know where you're coming from. So as you get in here, comment, the city, state, or the area where you're watching this from. You don't gotta be super specific, by the way. I don't need nobody getting doxxed. All right. Let's get this in here. We're just getting started, y'all. So give everybody a couple seconds. Okay. Bam. Okay, we got that. Got that link. I put it in there. Boom. All right, that's done. All right, so let's go and get into it, y'all. So been talking for a second, but let's go ahead and get into the presentation. So, well, first of all, I want to welcome everybody to this free training on how I scale my info product business to $52,000 and how you can do the same thing. Okay, so as I just said before we got started, I want to let y'all know a little bit more about who I am and why you should listen to me. Okay, it's not to brag or anything like that, but it's just to establish some background on me. So I'm one of the top 200 Gumroad creators in the world. I've taught over 8,000 people over the last 5 years, and I've built multiple six-figure digital products in that time period. And again, I'm not sharing it to brag. I'm just sharing it so you'll know that I know what I'm talking about, and I'm somebody that you can emulate if you need to, okay, or if you want to get into this type of business. Now, here's my promise to you. By the end of this session, you'll understand the 3 secrets that allowed me to scale my info product business and how you can model them in your own info product business. This isn't theory, it's the exact playbook I've used to launch, sell, and keep selling digital products without relying on paid ads or massive audiences. As an example, I have a product I made in October 2020 that's still paying me today. I made it one time, did the work one time, it was 10 hours. I did it all in one day. And it's been paying me every day since then. Okay. As I market it, it continues to make money because it's an evergreen product, right? So I'm going to teach you all about that, some of the fundamentals around that tonight. Okay. Now, if you stick with me until the end of this, you're going to get a free gift. It's going to be my funnel flow blueprint. It's the exact structure I use to nurture my audiences daily, so they're always ready to buy when I make an offer. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this. Now, picture this. Imagine waking up to see new sales notifications on your phone every morning. Imagine your audience looking forward to your emails and content. Imagine your products continuing to generate income months after you created them. That's what's possible when you apply what I'm about to show you. Okay. So here's a big domino I need you to believe today. Success in info products comes from creating a frictionless customer experience and nurturing your audiences daily. If you believe that, everything else falls into place. All right. So I want to expound on that for a little bit, because I think that for people that want to create a digital product, they think that it's got to be the perfect website, perfect landing page, the name of the site, of the course has to be perfect. Everything you put in there has to be perfect. And that's simply not the case. It doesn't have to be that way. What you have to do is you have to, as you market to people, as you sell to people, as customers come in to your system, you have to make it easy for them. You have to make it easy for them to receive information. You got to make it easy for them to purchase from you. And you have to make it easy for them to interact with you. The easier you can make this, that's what I mean by frictionless. When they have little roadblocks, like they got to email you at some random email address, or they got to go over the river and through the woods to find the link to purchase from you, or any of those things, that creates friction. Whenever it creates friction, it makes people not buy. It makes people not consume your content as much, right? They're not interacting with your course or your whatever you created for them. Their offer you created, they're not going to interact with as much, and then they're not going to get the best result from it. So by making things as frictionless as possible, you make it easier for your customer to have their dream outcome. Okay, so that's what I mean by that whole frictionless thing. Okay. Now, the secret number 1 I have for you is success comes from serving, not selling. Okay, service beats selling every single time. Most creators think I need to be a marketing genius. I had to have a huge audience to make sales, but that's simply not true. All right. I knew a bit about marketing. I had a bit of an audience from my first social media platform, Twitter, but it wasn't anything crazy. Right. But what works is what I call servant leadership. I focus on solving my customers' problems, not pushing my own agenda. I gave them what they wanted, not what I thought they wanted, and I'm gonna get into that in a second. And I backed it up with a clear refund policy that built trust. So let's go into that. So I focus on solving my customers' problems, not pushing my own agenda. How did I go about doing that? What I would do is I would pay attention to what my customers complained about, the questions they had, the questions I saw that they repeated over and over again. Instead of saying, I think they want this, I said, let me answer all these questions that they have in detail. All right. The things they complain about, let me find a solution to that. All right. So that's step number 1, is that if we know what our customers' problems are, then we can create a solution for them. Many creators create a solution first for a problem that doesn't exist. When they do that, then they wonder why they don't get any sales. All right. And so if we study our customer and listen to them, by study, let's go not stalk them, but we're going to research them on social media, the customer that we are looking to get, right? We'll see what questions they have. We'll see what questions they ask us. Because if you're somebody who wants to make a course, more than likely that means people are already asking you questions about things. All right. If you already want to make an offer or service online, people are already more than likely asking you, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? Might be asking you online. They might be asking you in real life. Right. Where we at? So that's servant leadership. By being of service, I'm letting them lead me to where I want to go. I want to go, right? I'm of service to them. So again, I'm focused on my solve my customers' problems, not pushing my own agenda. By not pushing my own agenda, I get my dream outcome, which is to get more customers. I only focus on their problems. All right, that's the first part of that. And then I gave them what they wanted, not what I thought they wanted. I knew what they wanted because of prior research, because I continued to listen. Even after I created my product, I continued to listen so I can make tweaks to my product as necessary. All right. I listened to them, then I optimized, revised, or I removed. All right. So I made something better, I edited something, or I removed it completely if they didn't like it. Okay. Servant leadership, showing up every day, being of service, whether it's in my content or in the products that I sell. And last but not least, I backed it up with a clear refund policy. If they didn't like what I had, I just gave them their money back. Right? None of them gave me like $1 million, nothing like that. So if they gave me money, if they paid for something, what I did was I just said, you know what? Hey, you don't like the product, whatever. All right, here you go. Give me a refund. I didn't want to get refunds out like that, but what I found was it gave me more goodwill. So for y'all that are creating products for the first time, you can't afford to have somebody badmouth your product or your company or who you are or your name, right? If you have $100 product, a $200 product, a $500 product, just give them the money back. It's worth more for you to refund somebody and they don't badmouth you than for them to badmouth you to the next 10 people. Because as we all know, bad news, negative reviews, negative experiences go further and faster and spoken about more than the positive, right? So just when you refund people, just think about, hey, that's just part of my marketing budget. They're not gonna badmouth me. Okay. I've had people, so I probably had a little less than 50, a little less than 50 refunds out of 8,000 transactions across 2 payment processors. That's not a lot of refunds, right? If you're doing this correctly, if you're giving people what they want, being a servant leader, you're not gonna get a lot of refunds. If you follow up on your promise, if you follow up on the guarantee you have for your product, more than likely you're not gonna have a lot of refunds. If you're paying attention to your customer, you're probably not gonna have a lot of refunds. We'll get into that, but I just want everybody to know that's something that a lot of people they get weird on. And another thing I think about refunds as well is like, hey, we don't need to operate in lack mentality. This is the internet we're talking about. The internet has billions of people on it that can buy from us. We should not trip over one person who wants to get a refund. Give them the money back, because if we're selling properly, we're gonna make the money back again anyway. Just get back to them. Whatever. Here you go. And it's saved me so much stress and just me getting badmouthed by anybody, because hey, I gave you money back. It's all good. All right. I'm stressing this point for a reason, by the way, because I find that especially in the beginning for y'all new creators, you new info product creators, you don't want to get badmouthed because you only have so much publicity anyway. Barely anybody knows you, so they don't need to know you for anything negative, right? So when you show people you're on their side, they're going to reward you with loyalty and sales. Okay. I've had people that come to me and said, Steve, I want a refund. I say, what's going on? What's the problem? And they explain what the problem is. Oh, I can fix that for you. And they ain't want a refund no more. This happened a million times. Not even trying to be combative or negotiate or anything like that. I just want to see what the problem is. Again, paying attention to your customer. That's all you got to do. Pay attention to your customer. All right. Let's keep it moving. So, the next secret is speed and trust equals sales. Okay. This is a myth. If my product is good enough, people will just buy. That's the hugest myth in the world, right? Is that if my product is good enough, people will buy it. That's no. And I'm gonna tell you how I know this isn't true. I'll give you an example of my first product. So I make my first product, I'm pushing it, and I get like 100 some sales the first month. I make like $11,000. And then the next month, I don't really market that much. I think I made like $3,000. And then the next several months, I'm making like $1,000 a month. Now the product is good. The product is actually really good, but I'm not marketing it. Okay. One thing we have to remember about the internet is that there's so many distractions online. We have everything that's on Facebook, everything on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, email, YouTube, Netflix, Temu, Shopify, what else? Uh, Sheen, Fashion Nova. We have to compete against every other offer and website in person online. We have to compete against fight videos. We have to compete against cat videos. We have to compete against Instagram models. We have to compete against sports pages. All right, anything that's on the internet, we have to compete against that for their attention. I want y'all to really wrap y'all's mind around that. Okay, they're not actively looking for your product. You have to market to them. Okay, there's so many attention grabbers online. We have to grab their attention by marketing. Okay, they don't got to be sexy, but they got to see your marketing over and over and over again. And if they can see it over and over again, then they have a higher propensity of trusting you and getting into your buying cycle and buying from you. Okay. So if you make a product, no, they will not buy it. If you put the link in your bio, 99% of the people that go to your profile are not going to click on it. I know you think, hey, I got a cool landing page, I got cool this and that. If you don't tell them to do it, they're not going to do it. Because they are distracted. Okay. They are distracted, y'all. They got a million things going on. They pick up their phone a million times. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And they're looking at a million things. So for us as creators, as info product business owners, we have to cut through the noise. We want to cut through that noise to create a lot of content. I'm getting ahead of myself. I really don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about the content just now. But I want y'all to understand that the internet is crowded. Good products don't sell themselves. Trust sells. Okay. How do you build that trust? Respond fast to every inquiry. That goes back to servant leadership, like I talked about earlier. Speed shows professionalism. They cared enough to send you a message, care enough to respond. Okay. Testimonials go a long way in building trust. Ask for testimonials. Social proof sells better than any headline. Okay. A rule of mine. This is a rule of mine. And obviously, we have systems in place to do that. You got VAs that can do this for you. You got chatbots that can do this for you. But before I had that, when it was just me, if somebody sent me a message, I try to respond as fast as I could. If it's midnight, I'm trying to respond as fast as I can. Because if somebody sent me a message at midnight, it clearly was important to them, so it's got to be important enough for me. If I was awake, I'm hitting them back. I'm on this phone. I'm checking my DMs. All right, I'm checking my DMs on all my platforms. I don't know where somebody hit me at. Right, because it means something to somebody to get a good response and a quick response. Right? Servant leadership. How can I be of service? Okay. Social. So what I said, I made a rule quickly. Let's respond quickly, right? Next one is I collect testimonials. So what I did was I had an email workflow. Email workflow is essentially just an automated email. And so it was like 3 months after somebody purchased from me, it might have been 2 months, a month. But a month or two after somebody purchased from me, what I would do is I would have an automated email. I would ask them what they thought of the course, and if they could give me a testimonial. Okay. Now, for some of y'all might be a little nervous. You might be lacking a little confidence. You're gonna be nervous about asking somebody what they think about your offer, your product, or your service if you don't provide good service. But if you're practicing servant leadership, right, seeing how you can help them, how you can continue to solve their problem every step of the way, through the nurturing process, purchasing process, and the study process, as people go through your offer, your product, or your service, they're going to be happy to give you a testimonial. But here's the thing. This is where it gets good at. If it's not a good testimonial, now we have an opportunity to review our product, our service, our offer, optimize it, or remove something. So either way, if it's a good testimonial, great. Now I have a headline I can put out there, a testimonial out there to build more trust. If it's not a good testimonial, it's great. I get to make my product better for the next person, right? So I'm never scared to ask for testimonials from my customers. because I'm thinking about how I'm going to continue to solve their problems, how I'm going to give them better solutions. Okay. By asking for testimonials and responding quickly, this creates momentum. Okay. This creates momentum that I could not have gotten just from product quality alone, because I'm not just selling, you're not just selling your product, you're selling you as well. You're selling your support and your attention. Okay. That's what people are buying from, paying for. That's what they're buying from you, right? They're not just buying that little encapsulated PDF, video, seminar, phone call, whatever it is you're selling. They're buying you as well. Give it to them. Be of service. I'm telling y'all, the more service you can provide to more people, y'all, you're going to get paid very well. You're going to have a great lifestyle because of this. Okay. It's been 5 years for me in this, and it has been amazing. It's really blown my mind how amazing spending 10 hours one day in October 2020, how that one day changed everything for me. Okay. The things it's allowed me to do. I don't want to go off track. Let me get back into this, because I've been gay on my own testimonial, and I ain't trying to do that. I want y'all learning. Okay. So this next secret, the third secret is daily nurturing turns followers into buyers. Okay. Back to servant leadership. Guys, I'm telling y'all, look, people talk about this whole emotional intelligence thing and therapy and all that stuff, that mumbo jumbo. But this works. Okay. This works in your business. If you can care more, if you can care more about your customers' outcomes, your students' outcomes, your clients' outcomes, if you can just care more and show that, you're gonna set yourself apart. What does it look like? Daily nurturing turns followers into buyers. So again, I'm not trying to get too technical with y'all, but I am going to get a little technical real quick. Okay. So what we're going to look at is someone seeing your content for the first time. Okay. Content could be an email, it could be social media post of some sort, video, tweet, snap, whatever. They give you the information and they get inside your funnel at this point. That could look like an application, a quiz. It could look like, they give you their email address and you give them a free PDF, so on and so forth. There's many ways they can get into your funnel. All right. And so once they get in, now you have to nurture them. How I nurtured them was through an email newsletter. So every day I would send them an email with just a tip, a trick, a piece of knowledge, right? And I was always trying to be of service. I was always trying to help solve their problem for free, by the way. Okay. I wasn't giving away the form in my emails, but I was always encouraging somebody, providing testimonials so they can see what was going on. Or what I was doing was, again, I was giving them tips about the industry. All right. Things they can look out for. And I continued to do that for years. Right. But what happened is I made over 6 figures just on that email, just selling via email, no social media, no ads, no nothing. Just from people getting on my email list, I made over $100,000 just on that alone. By just giving away free stuff, and every once in a while I'll pitch my offer. Boom, and they'll buy, because they got so much value from me. Okay. I was being of service. Okay. And by nurturing our audience, and see, here's the other thing too. We don't just nurture our audience by getting them the email funnel or getting whatever funnel before they purchase. We also do that through our content. If we're being of service in our content, okay, giving out good, valuable information day in, day out, you're being of service as well. The more service we provide, the more people we're going to impact. The more people we impact, the more customers we're going to have at the end. Okay. So we got to begin with the end in mind. The end is I want to do well. So in the beginning, I got to do well for other people. I had to be of value. I had to be of service. Okay. Questions before I move forward? Okay. I want y'all to remember this. I was providing value. I'm always providing value, even when I'm not selling. Right. I made each step of my funnel frictionless, so buying felt natural. And that consistency is what creates buyers who are ready before you even pitch. Okay. So if I launch, people will come. No. You got to nurture these people every day. You got to touch them every day. Give them value every single day. And people are going to naturally want to buy from you. They're going to naturally say, hey, you know what? Let me look out. Let's look at it a different way. Okay. Let's look at this a different way. Let's look at it like as customers. Okay. So let me think of a store that we all, you know what? The grocery store. Okay. I think all y'all are old enough to remember this. You go to the grocery store, and it'll be a sample. You have a little platter with cheese out there, something like that, a little piece of bread or some new little hot pocket or whatever it was. They had samples. They do this at liquor stores now. There's all kind of places. They have little samples there. And you go to that grocery store often, and it's always a sample, somebody with a sample to try. You're more likely to buy that product that you sampled because you sampled it and they've been of service to you. They give you something for free. So you're like, you know what? The human brain, the human psychology wants to reciprocate. Hey, this person did something for me. I'm gonna do something for them. Right? Let me go ahead and get that cheese brand, that bread brand, that salami brand, whatever it is that they were testing out. They do the same thing. They use the same psychology at restaurants. They do the free breadsticks and free water. They're giving you something for free, but this triggers you to spend more money on the back end because you're like, hey, they gave us free breadsticks. You know, at least I better get a dessert. Let me at least tip the waiter a little bit better. Let me at least order extra. It's all a mind game. Okay, it's all human psychology. It's all buying psychology. Okay, they do the same thing at places like Louis Vuitton. They go in and give you a glass of champagne. Champagne don't cost no money for real. A bottle costs $100. Not even $100. I'm sorry. A bottle might cost you like $40, $50. They might spend that bottle. That bottle might be given out to 10 customers who have a little flute of champagne, but those 10 customers might spend $5,000 in Louis Vuitton because they were given something, and so now they want to reciprocate. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to y'all. We're going to be doing the same thing through our content. We're going to add value, add value, add value. So it's natural that somebody wants to reciprocate by purchasing from us. Okay. Again, this consistency creates buyers who are ready to buy before you even pitch. Okay. So let's go over this again. The recap of the 3 secrets. 1 is serving beats selling. Servant leadership beats straight out, hey, buy this. Speed and trust close sales. If you can speedily respond to people, show proof that what you're talking about works either through your own personal experiences or through testimonials. And as you grow, you'll have more testimonials. And as long as you have a good product as well, you have some good testimonials. So speed and trust close sales. And then last but not least, daily nurturing creates ready buyers. You have servant leadership through all 3 of these secrets. If you believe these 3 things, then success with any info product is inevitable. Okay, it's inevitable. Obviously, you got to be consistent, and you also have to have a good product. Okay, that solves the solution that people want. All right, can't just make any old random solution. That's why you got to care about your customers and study and research them. Okay. Anybody got any questions about anything that I mentioned? Anybody got any questions about anything? Open the floor up to everybody. Anybody got any questions? If you got questions, let me know. Always down to clear up any questions, comments, concerns, any of that. Okay. Now, any questions? Any questions? Anybody? Any questions about anything I talked about so far? If not, that is okay. We get another 20, 30 seconds on this one. I don't want to rush past this one. I found that I've talked about some things already tonight that some people might not necessarily know exactly what it is because they might not have done this before, and that's fine. But I'm going to open that floor up. Okay. Anybody got any questions about anything? If you're just hopping on, welcome. Also, by the way, if you miss parts of this webinar, it is going to be live. It's going to be on replay, so you can always watch this later. So you can have this free training for later. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the offer. So So let me ask you a question. We covered a lot today, but what if you had a proven step-by-step system that didn't just give you the lessons, but it gave you the exact roadmap to build your own $10,000 a month info product business? Would it be okay if I just took a few minutes to show you how you can shortcut this process and start implementing it right away? Let me know. Let me know if this is okay. If y'all want to hear more about this, so I'll definitely tell y'all. Just leave a comment. Let me know if that's okay if y'all want to hear that. Got some people in the private chat as well. Let's see. Waiting on y'all to say yes. If y'all say yes, we can move forward. All right. So what I want to do is I want to tell y'all a bit about what I'm offering. All right. So I already have some students I'm working with on my current offer, which is called Leveraging Lunch. And so on this offer, we've been working together now about 3 months. My first set of students. This is a proven system to turn your expertise into a 10K a month info product business. This is the exact program I wish I had when I started. Okay, it's built to help you skip the trial and error and go straight to results. Okay, this is what you're getting. Okay, you're getting 5 modules. So nail your niche. You'll know exactly who you're serving and why they'll buy. Offer every day. Learn how to structure irresistible offers, systems that scale, automate and free your time. Okay, and this is super important, by the way. If you're gonna deal with more than like 20 or 30 people, you need to be able to automate and scale. Okay, and if you can't do that, you're gonna be tied to your computer and your phone. You're gonna be bumping your head a lot. Okay, attention income, which is a step-by-step funnel building, and then content that converts. This creates content that attracts and sells. I got a whole lot of other modules to go along with that, but these are the main 5 areas we're gonna be working on. Okay, we're gonna have we have weekly live coaching calls. So we have 2 coaching calls per week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You'll be getting direct feedback and accountability from me to stay on track. All right. So next one is swipe files. I think this is super important as well. You're going to get scripts for emails, landing pages, funnel templates. This is so you won't have to do all this stuff yourself. You can do this. You'll be able to do this through systems already created for you. You get in and it's plug and play. And last but not least is our private community. Surround yourself with ambitious creators moving in the same direction. Okay. So here's everything you're getting today. You're getting the full Leveraging Lunch program, weekly live coaching, proven swipe files, and access to the private community. Okay. Jake, let's see what Jake has to say. He says, have you decided to move to the U.S. because of bigger opportunities in Brazil? Well, Jake, here's the thing. I'm in the United States right now. I work online in the States. My entire customer base is in the United States. I don't have to move to the United States for bigger opportunities. I just don't need to live here anymore in Brazil full time, right? So, I'm American. I can go back home. We have an amazing country with a lot of opportunities. So, like, I'm not moving for opportunities. I'm moving because I'm tired of living in Brazil. I love the United States. I love our country. So it's like I'm just going back. But and obviously we have bigger opportunities than anybody in the world. And one of those opportunities is the internet, is online income, right? So let's get back into what I was talking about. All right. So I have enrollment open. Enrollment is going to be open for this next group to come in until October 1st. Yeah. So next Wednesday. Okay. So next Wednesday will be the cutoff for my next set of students. So I've worked with my last set of students the last 3 months on this private group. And now we got another set of students that's coming in. Okay. So what my focus is, and this is where I think we really got to pay attention to. Right now, September 25th. That's the day we're recording this, by the way. I just talked about this in class today, and I really want to drive this point home to y'all. We have to have a sense of urgency if we're going to create a product in 2025. Why? It is September 25th. We don't know how long your customers, those of y'all who are going to create an info product, we don't know how long y'all's customers' buying cycle is. Okay? We need to get y'all up and running get an offer created, get your audience studied, and begin making content around your offer because of one big day. No, actually, three big seasons are coming up in the next 90 days. One is Black Friday. Black Friday is a time where businesses all over the world make a ton of money. Okay, Black Friday is last week of November. You need to have a product out before the end of November so you can take advantage of Black Friday. Next is Christmas season. Christmas season is clearly Black Friday and on. Another opportunity to make a lot of income for your business. And last but not least is the New Year's resolution crowd. Those are three big seasons that are happening in the next 90 days that if we get y'all onboarded and onboarded quickly, and by quickly I mean like tonight, it puts you in a situation where you have people making buying decisions, big buying decisions over the next 90 days. Okay. If we wait until late October, early November, we're gonna miss Black Friday. If we wait until December, we're gonna miss the Christmas season. If we wait till January, we're gonna miss New Year's resolution, the New Year's resolution rush, right? We gotta get started today. Okay. That's what I pushed on my students that are already in this now. They're getting ready to launch their products. They've been going since what, July? Late July. Some of them started in August. Right. So the next group of y'all can get going now and be ready for Black Friday, Christmas, and New Year's. Okay. The most I ever made on one single day during the Black Friday sale in the last 5 years was $13,000 in one day. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine $13,000 in a day? Let's just say you're not as good as me. Okay. What if you made half of that? What if you made $6,500 in a day? Would it not be worth something? What if you made half of that? All right. What if it's just $3,250 in a day? Would that be surprising for you? Again, it's the internet. Okay. The internet, you can really pump the leverage on these things and scale pretty quickly, depending on your offer. What if it was just half of that? All right. What if it's just $1,625 in a day? Would it be worth it to have launched an offer? That we're just talking about Black Friday. We're not including Christmas season. We're not talking about New Year's resolution or anything like that. Just one of those days. We got New Year's, we got Black Friday, Christmas, and the New Year's rush all in the next 90, not 90 days, really like the next 100 days. Would it be worth it to have started your info product business? Would it be worth it to have started an offer and start pitching it to people that already follow you? Would it be worth it to start creating solutions for people who have problems so you can be of greater good to the human society, to humanity, right? Would it be worth it? Even if you just made 10% of my best day on Black Friday, that's $1,300. Let's cut it in half again. All right. But we just made $750 on Black Friday. Just Black Friday. But here's the thing. We got the next day, which is that Saturday, that Sunday, that Monday, Cyber Monday, right? And Tuesday. So it's really like a 5-day sales spree. You can do that with your offer. Okay. But if you never make an offer, if you never learn how to be a servant leader to your customers, if you never learn how to market to them, if you never learn how to make funnels, if you never learn how to nurture the leads, ask for testimonials, set up payment process, and do all the things you got to do to make an info product, you're not going to get it. Okay. So if you're watching this, it's because you want to create something, right? Now I'm driving that point home on urgency, y'all, because I'm telling you, I've done it. It's real. A bunch of my friends have done this as well. It's real. Okay. It's insane. When you got a hot product and you just picking your phone up and it's just like, it looks like an Instagram notifications. It's just like boom, 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 but it's all sales, money dropping in your bank account. All right. I want to teach you how to do that. Okay. I want to teach you all how to do the same thing I've done over the years. It's all predictable systems. Okay. It's not being super creative. These things work day in and day out. And they work for me. I want to teach you that. Okay. How I have it set up. I have it set up on a payment plan. This product is easily $5,000. I'm not gonna charge you no $5,000 because y'all ain't got that kind of money yet. Y'all don't got no info products yet. I'm gonna charge you $4,000 or $3,000. What I'm gonna do, I have this set up where we can split this up in 2 payments. Okay. $500 a month. You can cancel at any time. Okay. We got class twice a week, plenty of modules, plenty of swipe files, plenty of examples. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to hold your hand as we build out your info product. Okay. We're going to do everything we can and make sure you succeed. As long as you want to put the effort in and do your part, I can't create the landing page for you. I can't create your offer for you, but I can be right there with you. I'll be teaching you 2 hours a week every week. 2 hours a week every week. I'll be live talking with you. Tuesdays, Thursdays. Every call is recorded. If you miss it, don't worry about it. It's still there for you. Okay. It's $500 a month. $500 a month. 4 months. That's it. You got lifetime access. Okay. You can cancel anytime. The link to purchase is in the description of this YouTube video. If you just click the description of this video, you'll see the link to purchase. Say Stripe. Click it. Pay. You'll have access immediately to me. I'll shoot you an email tonight. We'll get on the phone tomorrow and we'll start working through your offer. Okay. Again, like I told y'all, now is the time for urgency. We can get this thing off the ground. We can have something ready for y'all during Black Friday. We can have something ready for Christmas. We can have something ready for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, all that New Year's rush resolution stuff, right? If we slow around for another month and a half, we're going to put ourselves in position to miss Black Friday, miss Christmas, the Christmas rush, and miss New Year's resolution crowd. Okay? But we got to make a decision now. We got to make a decision really this week. It's either now or never. We're going to miss out on providing solutions for people like you who are looking for a solution that you already have an answer to, right? You're going to miss out on 3 different big buying days, or really buying weeks, right? Again, if you are ready for this, like I told you, it's 4 payments of $500. We split them up once a month. You can cancel at any time. Okay? I ain't got no problem. Hey, Steve, you know what? This ain't for me. Boom, cancel. I'm not hard. I'm not some person gonna be trying to like, don't you do that. You can't quit. If you need to quit, that's fine. I don't think you will. I think you can get a lot out of this because I got a lot to teach you on how to build out these systems. I got a lot to teach you on how you can serve your customers, how we study them, how we analyze them, create offers for them, right? The better we can study them, the more money we're going to make on the back end. Not just the more money, but the more satisfied customers we're going to have on the back end, right? Anybody got questions about anything I'm talking about? I've been talking a lot. Anybody got questions about anything I'm talking about? Again, if you're ready, the link to purchase to get inside Leverage and Launch is in the link in this description. All you got to do is open the description. It's right there waiting on you. Okay? And if anybody got questions about anything, I'm here to answer whatever we need. Okay? Questions about anything, y'all. If you're ready to purchase, like I said, it's $500 a month for 4 months. That's it. All right, $2,000 total. Once you pay, you and I will be having a conversation tomorrow. I'm in your back pocket. Okay, I'm here to help you do this you'll be in a small group, but you'll also have help one-on-one. Right? I've done one-on-one calls with everybody in my last group of students. I do the same thing for you all. As you get stuck on things, because you will, okay, whether it's creatively, whether it's on the study side or research side of your customers, whether it's on the funnel creation, landing pages, nurturing side of this thing, how we go about talking to our customers, to our leads before they become customers, whatever process, whatever part of the process you're gonna have a problem with, I'm there to help. Okay, I'm there to make sure you get your offer out there, and we're marketing correctly, we're putting our content out like we need to, making tweaks as needed. All right, because I bump my head a whole lot, so y'all don't have to do this. Okay, y'all got to bump your head as well. All right. Again, anybody got any questions, comments, or concerns about anything? Okay. I want to make sure y'all get whatever questions out of the way that you got to make sure we get the most out of this time. All right. All I gotta do is throw it in the comment section. I'll answer away. Okay. And my refund policy is the same about this one, about this offer as it is about any of my offers, right? So it's like, hey, I don't want to spend this kind of money. Don't have. Look, if you need a refund, I'll give you a refund. I ain't got no problem with it. But I believe in what my offer is. I believe in this so much that more likely you're not gonna need a refund because you're gonna be getting through your offer and you begin to sell. Okay, I like seeing people win. I've been seeing people win for the last 5 years, teaching one thing. Now we're gonna be winning on another side of this. Okay, again, if you're ready to get started, $500. It's $500. Click the link in the description to get started. And it's a monthly payment of $500. It's just for 4 months. So you pay today, you only got 3 more payments after that. Okay. Refund policies, like I said, hey, you got a problem with it? Hey, Steve, it's everything out for me. Okay, that's fine. Here you go. Money back guarantee. All right. I don't feel the need to have to hold people's money when they feel like they're not getting what they want. Right. Questions, comments, concerns. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all want to know some more? I'll keep teaching y'all now. Y'all want me to keep teaching? I will happily keep teaching y'all. Okay. If you don't want to ask any comments, if you don't want to ask any questions, that's fine. I will definitely keep teaching. All right. I'm gonna go back to a couple things. One is the DMs, right? So as you get people to ask you questions, whether it's via email, whether it's a DM on social media, what I have found, what works, and this is something that you got to really control in yourself, is you have to control your attitude, especially around questions, because sometimes people ask stupid questions. But the thing is, if they cared enough to write it to you, that means it wasn't a stupid question to them, right? So you got to answer. Okay, take the time, answer the question, and really do your best job to do it with a smile. Okay, like make sure they know that you're not pissed or something like that, because it's not the easy questions. It's not the, hey, how do I do this? Those are the questions that are going to get you flustered. It's the questions that you think are kind of stupid. But if you can answer it properly, that's a person that can potentially buy from you, right? And the thing is like they're asking questions because they think you're an authority figure on that, right? Are paid ads necessary? Principles of increase. This is a great question. You know what's interesting? I didn't even talk about paid ads in this at all. I have flirted with paid ads over the last 5 years, but I made probably 99. I probably made all my sales essentially from organic, right? From organic marketing. And this again because what I talked about earlier in the day, all which is nurturing your clients. You nurture your leads. You're going to nurture them through the content you put out. And you're going to nurture them through your funnel process, right? So as they become interested in you, they give you a way to contact them, phone number, email, whatever. You're going to keep giving them tips, keep nurturing them, encouraging them, sending them testimonials, things like that. And it's going to be natural for them to purchase from you. I think that paid ads, especially in the beginning, you can really burn a lot of money. You can really burn a lot of money up. And I think that, for example, I can make 15 posts a day on Instagram for free and figure out what my audience wants based on the law of large numbers, right? So let's say for 10 days, I'll put out 15 posts a day on Instagram. Just by looking at analytics, I can see which posts, what content in those posts perform better. All right. So after in a week or a 10-day period, I put out 15 posts a day. It's 150 posts. Out of those 150 posts, 30 did really well. All right. Let's take out the other 120. I'm gonna do another 15. I'm gonna do another 15 posts a day about those 30 things I talked about already. And I'll keep just cutting it down. Review, remove, optimize. I'll review what works, I'll remove what doesn't work, and I'll optimize the things that work the best. Right. And then I'll only start doing things that work the best. Right. That's free. But if I do paid ads and I'm spending $40 a day, $50 a day, $100 a day, I can burn up my profitability really quick. So let's say, for example, I spend $1,000 on paid ads and they give me nothing. I get no customers from it. Well, now I have to make $2,000 on the organic side to make up for paid ads. Do paid ads work? Yes, they do. Is that what you want to start with? No. Okay. I would wait till I'm profitable and have been profitable for a couple months before I start playing with paid ads. For me, I think that there was a time that I should have went to some paid ads because I had a lot of expendable income. Like I told you, I was doing $52,000 a month. I had money to do that. But the thing is, I was doing so well on the organic side. It was like, well, why cut into my profitability? Right? I'm not against paid ads, but I think that before you do that, build up build up a sum of money from your info product business, from your offer, before you start spending money. Okay, great question, by the way. Are paid ads necessary? No, they're not necessary. They can help, but they can hurt you as well, especially in the beginning. All right. I'm a big proponent of let's put out a lot of content first and let's find out what our audience likes. And we can find that out for free. And the more content we put out and the faster we do it, the quicker we can find out what our audience actually likes. Right? For example, I know my audience likes testimonial posts. Why do I know that? Because they buy after I make testimonial posts. I know my audience likes when I rant about things. Why do I know that? Because I get a lot of DMs, emails, contact engagement. I get a lot of engagement after I do rants. Okay. I also know that my audience likes informational content like this. Why? Because they ask for it, one, and two, they usually engage well with it. All right. But I only know that because I put out a lot of content over the years. And that's my challenge to you all. Let's put out a lot of content and let's figure out what works. Review, remove, optimize. All right. What other questions we got? Appreciate y'all asking these questions. I'm here all night, so we can go as long as y'all want to. Whatever you want to know on the info product side of things, we can talk about it. Okay. Keep in mind, everybody, I've been in the insurance business since 2008. So info products did not come naturally to me. I was already professional in my career, like deep into my career, and then I started teaching people about that. That was the problem that I solved for my niche at that time. Right? So a lot of y'all are professionals. You've had long careers. You have a level of expertise. You've already solved some problems. It might not doesn't have to be on the job side of things or the business side of things. It's all kind of things we could be teaching: art, therapy, psychology, all these things we could teach, right? So I don't think it has to just be related to business. As far as what your offer can be, what your info product can be. Info products can be anything under the sun. Okay. I saw this. I saw this offer. It was a witch, and she was on Instagram, and she was making her offer was teaching. No, I'm sorry. Her offer was getting people to fall in love with someone by like saying some spell or whatever. And she's doing $500,000 a year off of this offer. She's teaching people these spells to say they have like a love spell or have better sex or something like that. Right? That's way out there, right? But she has a proven model. She has leads. She nurtures her leads, and she makes sales on this info product. All right? You can make whatever you want. If it's solving a problem for somebody and they want to spend money on it, we got to offer there, right? If we study our audience properly. She clearly did all that, and it's working for her. She has a large following as well, but she makes great money because she's solving a problem as far as her customers are concerned, right? What other questions we got? Like I said, y'all, let's go. Just going back to what we were talking about earlier. Now is the time to get started. We got Black Friday coming up. We got the Christmas rush coming up, and we got New Year's resolution coming up. We can get you launched and ready in the next 6 to 7 weeks. You'll be ready in time for Black Friday if we get started now. Okay, now is the time to make that decision, everybody. Okay, now is the time to make a decision. Am I going to be making info product in 2025 or not? Because if we wait till December, we're going to miss the December. We're going to miss the January rush. We'll have missed Thanksgiving, missed Christmas, and missed New Year's resolution. But if we go to get going now, we get started now on this next group. It starts on next Tuesday, right? On next Tuesday, we can put y'all with a fighting chance of getting ready for Black Friday. We'll for sure have you ready for Christmas, and you will be profitable. You can be profitable in 3 different big holiday rushes, right? So again, like I told y'all earlier, yes, this offer that I have for y'all could cost thousands and thousands of dollars. It costs $5,000. It will still be worth it. You're learning a skill that can make you hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. It's already done that for me as well. I'm not going to charge that kind of money. It's $500 a month for 4 months. You'll pay $500 a day. You'll pay $500 over the course of the next 3 months. That's it. If you're not satisfied, I'll refund you your money. Okay, you get a money back guarantee. If you need to cancel anytime, no problem. Boom, cancel. I have no issue with that. Okay, we're gonna meet twice a week on a live call. Okay, I'll teach a class. My second class on Thursdays is review from what the work you're already starting to put in. Right. If you need one-on-one time with me, I'm happy to do one-on-one calls. I know certain parts of this offer are more technical, as far as making funnels, email workflows, setting up chatbots, so on and so forth. The technical side of this, it can be confusing on the software side. Learning copy, all that kind of stuff. It can be confusing. That's what I'm here to help you with. Turning your expertise, the knowledge you have, and let's skill stack. We're gonna stack that on top of how to create an offer and run an info product business online. We're gonna stack that on top. Your expertise plus how to market online, how to sell online, how to make an offer, how to nurture your customers, so on and so forth. A whole lot more goes into that. And you're gonna be making money every month doing this. Okay, I know this. I've been doing this the last 5 years, every single day, since October 2020. I've been in the info product business. It's been very good to me. Okay, and it can be very good for you as well. Okay, if you look at the link in the description here on YouTube, there's a link to purchase. Okay, once you purchase, I will be talking to you tomorrow. Okay, if I don't go to sleep tonight and we purchase, I might talk to you tonight. What questions do y'all have? What questions? What comments? The floor is open, by the way, y'all. Okay, I'm here to help you. I want you to get the most out of this interaction. Okay, I want you to get the most out of this. Whatever questions y'all got, comments, concerns, what do you need to know? What do you want to know about info products? So I can make everything clear for y'all. It's possible. I'm telling y'all can do this. All of you all on this call can do this. Okay? Like, info products might seem like some scary thing. You're like, man, I don't know if I can do all that. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, you can do this. All right? But it takes a system, and that's the system I want to teach y'all. Okay? So we got any more questions? Questions, comments, concerns. I would say one thing. Y'all not asking this, but one thing that I see so many people say, they say, "Well, I don't know what I should teach. I don't know the product I would make." And I would say this is my challenge to you. For those of you all who think you can do this, but you might not necessarily know exactly what to do. What you have to remember is, what do people naturally ask you about? What are people asking you about day in and day out? What's the questions that keep coming up? That's probably what you're best at, by the way. Okay, if people are always asking you, man, how do I get my resume so good? Maybe you should make a course about how to create a resume. Man, how do you always get hired at these really nice companies? How do you always know how to, trim your flowers that way? You have the prettiest garden in our neighborhood. Hey, you cut hair really well. How do you do it? Hey, how did you get in shape like that? Hey, how did you get your kids to act so well? So on and so forth, right? What people ask you about the most, or what knowledge you've had to be successful in an area of your life. Again, it doesn't have to be financial. Okay. How do you have such a loving relationship with your children? How do you have such a great relationship with your parents? How are you able to be so social, right? There's courses around that you can create. There's mentorships and groups and calls and PDFs and ebooks that you can make around that. So that's the question. Hey, Steve, I want to do this, but I don't know what I should do. What do people ask you about the most? And more than likely, that is what you should be talking about. Are you in an industry that you're doing well in and nobody knows about? That's probably something you need to teach. Okay. Have you had a level of success in something that most people struggle with. Hey, I'm really good at math. Most people have a problem with algebra, trigonometry, physics, stats, whatever it is. Hey, I was really good at studying in college. That's how I did it. I always made A's on my test because of this study method. That's an offer. That's something that you can sell, right? All right. Questions, comments, concerns, y'all. Like I said, we can get started now. I love to teach you. I love to have you in this next group. I am here all night, y'all. Okay. And I appreciate everybody spending this time with me, by the way. I don't take it lightly. Anytime y'all spend with me is a blessing to me. I love seeing it because I know that, again, the more I can be of service to y'all, the more service y'all going to be to other people as y'all begin creating y'all's own offers. Right? Anybody have any other questions? Any other comments? Any other concerns about anything I talked about tonight? So again, I want to make sure that y'all getting the most out of this. And I really enjoy talking to y'all, by the way. I like talking about these things. I feel like I've been living a life of like hiding the fact that I had an info business, right? Because I had to talk about my product all the time. So I never could tell people about the intricacies of what the other thing I did, right? Essentially like my second job, as it were. But now I can talk about it. So, y'all, if you're ready to get started, click the link in this description. All right. Like I said, it's $500 a month. We get started now. We can have something ready by Black Friday. We'll be ready before Christmas and before New Year, so we can take advantage of all of that. Okay. We can take advantage of all three sales rushes, and we can get your business profitable, your info product business profitable quickly. Okay. I want to see y'all inside that. I hope y'all sense the sense of urgency I have for y'all. I'm excited to work with y'all. I'm excited to teach y'all these things. Okay. Click the link in the description. You'll see it. It's a Stripe link. We'll get started. Okay. We'll get started immediately. I'll be talking to you tomorrow. For those of y'all who are purchasing tonight. Okay. It is $500 today and then $500 a month for the next 3 months for a total of $2,000. That is the price of this info product and what I'm offering. We'll be having a call on Tuesdays and Thursdays. A live call will be like this. And we'll also have one-on-one time. So as y'all need help with y'all's offers, as you need help with setting up your funnel, set up the email, setting up whatever it is you need help with, I'm there to hold your hand all the way through it. So you don't have to be creative. You don't have to figure nothing out on your own. You have help. Okay? Got questions, comments, concerns? Feel free to shoot me a question right here, a comment right here. If not, y'all can always shoot me a DM on any other social media platform. I'd love to talk to you about this. I'm excited to work with y'all. We already got some people purchasing now. Again, this registration will be open until October 1st, and then we're going to go into our next class, our next group of people, right? Because this group is going to be ready by Black Friday. Y'all going to be selling on Black Friday. Y'all going to be maxing out, making $1,000 in a day, $2,000 in a day, right? Those are kind of we got way higher possibilities than that, but we can get started and take advantage of these next 3 buying cycles, right? And this would be a great way to get y'all started in this business. Okay. Again, you can get started. Check the link in my description. You'll have, again, 1 payment today of $500, then 3 monthly payments of $500. After that, that's it. Again, if you need a refund, all you gotta do, hey, Steven, you know what? Not satisfied. Can I get a refund? Of course. Steve, I need to cancel. Of course. You don't have to be tied to any of this. No contracts, none of that. Okay. Talked about this enough. Y'all, I had a pleasure talking to y'all. Pleasure training y'all on this. I hope y'all got something from it. And I'll be doing this more often. Okay. So again, I look to see y'all on Side Leverage and Launch. And got any questions? Feel free to shoot me a message on any of my platforms y'all know me on. I'm Steven Story everywhere. There's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, LinkedIn, Steven C. Story. STPHEN C. Story with an EY. All right. So that's all I got for y'all tonight, and I'll talk to y'all soon.